Coinbase no enthusiasm. Korea also has discounts. MVRV declining. Is the current Bitcoin market too bloated? Morgan Stanley collects Bitcoin. Citigroup creates stablecoins. Where is the Bitcoin scam that Wall Street tycoons promised? After the prediction market went online with regulatory compliance, is Polymarket's coin issuance the next step? Dogecoin collects hamburgers. Bitcoin is being moved. What big move is Musk planning next? From mining machines to Dogecoin, is BitOrigin serious or just playing around?
Wednesday, July 23rd, BitcoinTV English channel. Where is the coin chain? I am Michael. Let's start with the 24-hour data headlines of the coin circle. In July, Bitcoin went straight to $120,000. But do you think everyone is chasing high prices? The two major thermometers gave abnormal signals. The Coinbase Premium Index and the Korean Premium Index both failed to fire. Let's talk about Coinbase first. Under normal market conditions, as long as institutions are buying up stocks in the US stock market, this index will be red. But now it's strange. The price has risen, but it has not risen and turned down. The Coinbase Premium Index hit a 2025 high in June, close to plus $40, but by mid-July it had slipped to a level close to zero and even sporadically negative premiums appeared. This means that institutions are not so excited and may even start to secretly reduce their positions. More importantly, Coinbase has always been regarded as an institutional weather vane. If it turns cold, it may be a precursor to the market turning around. Looking at South Korea, retail investors are just as cold. Data shows that from July 8th to 18th, the price of Bitcoin on Korean exchanges such as Upbit was about 1.5% to 2.2% lower than the global average price for a long time, showing a kimchi discount instead of a premium. This means that retail investors are not chasing high prices at all and are even a little anxious to sell at a discount. FOMO? It doesn't exist at all. Everyone's mentality is written on their faces. Let's talk about it after it falls. You know, in the past bull market, it was common for the Korean Premium Index to soar by more than 6%, which was really hot. At this temperature now, even instant noodles can't be boiled. Bitcoin has been very strong recently and has remained firmly in the range of 117,000 to 120,000 US dollars. However, the ratio of the market value on the chain to the realized market value is MVRV. The indicators are secretly deflated. MVRV. The value is 2.32, has already slid down from the previous high point. According to experience, MVRV more than 3.7, usually the top below 1, this is the bottom. The current position belongs to, it can still rise but be careful. That is to say, the profit margin of participants on the chain has begun to narrow, and some people may have quietly cashed in. This situation of rising prices and falling indicators is usually a signal of a short-term shock turnover period. Buyers and sellers begin to fight, and the market is prone to emotional fluctuations. If there is a sudden, large volume callback one day, you have to be careful whether the turning point has arrived. From July 14th to 18th, an astonishing phenomenon suddenly appeared on the chain. The whales moved an average of 17 billion US dollars of Bitcoin into the exchange every day. Simply put, the original funds flowing into the exchange every day were 28 billion, but in just 4 days, they soared to 45 billion, which was a lot more. What are the main players doing? Either they are preparing to take the money and run, or they are holding the mouse to sell. This situation happened when Bitcoin rushed to a high level, which shows some risk warnings. Looking back at history, this kind of rushing into the exchange is usually followed by a price correction, indicating that the main players are doing risk control and may also be preparing to switch tracks. But don't take it all as bad news. After the Bitcoin money is withdrawn, it has to find a new place to go. Maybe the altcoin market will have a wave of rotation. The next key point to look at is, will this wave of funds continue to leave Bitcoin and turn to other sectors? In other words, is Bitcoin is out of business and altcoins are going to rush about to happen. Please like and follow us to sort out the latest developments in the currency circle, blockchain circle, and mining circle within 24 hours. Click the small bell to join the channel and become a member. You can receive the member wealth password from Monday to Friday. Since Trump signed the National Stablecoin Innovation and Regulation Act with a stroke of his pen, the US banking circle is like being thrown a depth bomb. The surface is calm, but the underwater has long been a hot pot. Old money aristocrats such as Citi and Bank of America suddenly chained collectively, holding champagne and pretending to be at the Waldorf cocktail party, but secretly studying the stablecoin white paper. The most amazing is JP Morgan Chase. It was still using crypto ETFs as collateral to pretend to be cool, but it couldn't help but play big and directly use crypto assets as collateral to lend money. This operation is like a Michelin chef suddenly starting to study the roadside grilled cold noodles and still muttering, "Really delicious." The attitude change of these bank bosses can be filmed in a TV series. Season 1, Blockchain Scam. Season 2, how about secretly buying some Bitcoin? Now fast forward to Mortgage is Nothing. Let's play crypto pawn shop. I used to look down on it, but now I have a lot of questions in my mind. But I'll get on the bus first, for fear of missing this train to Web 3.0 financial high-speed rail.
And then there's the idea that stablecoins could speed up the financial system. JP Morgan announced its JPMD deposit token. The bank said it's similar to a stablecoin, but rather than representing $1, the coin represents a commercial bank deposit. Now it's limited to institutions.
Currently, JP Morgan Chase plans to launch a cryptocurrency mortgage loan service, allowing customers to apply for loans using mainstream digital assets such as Bitcoin and Ethereum as collateral. 2025 at the same time, Citigroup also announced that it was considering issuing a payment stablecoin. Jane Fraser said that relevant application scenarios are being evaluated, and related businesses are still in the planning stage. The specific implementation plan may be adjusted according to regulatory requirements.
It's getting exciting now. Traditional banks have finally put down their airs and rolled up their sleeves to get involved in the crypto market. CEO Jamie Dimon is now leading the crypto business. This venomous tongue in the financial circle used to threaten to fire employees who trade Bitcoin, but now 180. The Bank of China has made a U-turn, not only changing its words to free buying and selling, but also urging its own banks to accelerate the layout of stablecoins, fearing that they will be left behind by competitors. However, it is not that easy to use Bitcoin for mortgage loans. The two biggest headaches for banks now are how to do anti-money laundering in the highly anonymous crypto world and how to cash out the mortgaged cryptocurrency safely if the customer cannot pay back the money. If these can really be solved, it will definitely be a milestone breakthrough in the financial circle. In the future, the Bitcoin you hoard can not only be used for speculation, but also as digital real estate mortgage to exchange for money. As soon as Trump signed the Genius Act, stablecoin compliance turned from a dream into a national law. This is the first special law on stablecoins at the federal level in the United States. It clearly states what can be issued, how to regulate, and how to trust the money. As soon as the policy was implemented, a bunch of companies couldn't help but take action. Among them, the fastest one was Polymarket, which was once alarmed by the CFTC. This decentralized prediction platform was targeted by regulators as early as 2022 because it was unlicensed and had to lock the area for American users to avoid the wind. Now it's good. They directly bought the licensed exchange HKEX, making up for all the compliance shortcomings in one step, and vividly performed the tutorial of From Black to White. From now on, the platform introduction can confidently add a sentence. We are regular troops.
Although it has been blocked from the United States for the past 5 years, Polymarket has still delivered impressive results. The trading volume in the first half of 2025 reached about $6 billion, indicating strong demand. Recently, Polymarket acquired the U.S. Commodity Futures Trading Commission for $112 million. CFTC-approved HKEX, the exchange and clearinghouse, have officially obtained compliance passes and returned to the U.S. market. CEO Shane Copeland said this laid the foundation for the platform to return to the U.S., and the market also speculated that it might issue native digital assets.
Polymarket has obtained the U.S. compliance license, and the community immediately smelled the smell. Is the coin issuance coming soon? Indeed, the United States CFTC, now that prediction contracts have been formally included in the Commodity Exchange Act, it is equivalent to telling everyone that this is a financial instrument. In addition, the Department of Justice and the CFTC have withdrawn their investigations, and Polymarket can return to the regular track with justification. Recalling the US presidential election last year, Polymarket was a hot search on the chain. Who wins and who loses is not determined by polls, but by the market. This thing not only has a price pool, it is like an encrypted version of CNN's real-time poll mirror. Now that the license is in place, the number of users and trading volume is likely to take off. For other financial technology startups, this trick of buying a license and complying with regulations with one click can be regarded as a copycat template.
Musk talks about consensus but transfers large amounts of money. Is this a faith recharge or high-price sales? Throw $5 billion invested in Dogecoin. BitOrigin, is it gambling on dogs or gambling on your life?
Yesterday, Tesla made a big move in Los Angeles. The world's first charging and eating super restaurant opened. You heard it right. Driving here, you can not only charge your electric car, but also eat hamburgers, eat hot dogs, and enjoy the air conditioning. It's full of life. And this store actually supports payment with Dogecoin. As soon as the news came out, the market went crazy. Is this the rhythm of Dogecoin taking off? Some people are already shouting for new highs. At the same time, SpaceX, another company of Boss Ma, has also been doing Bitcoin recently. This operation looks like Boss Ma's joint pull-up of the universe version.
And I think there's some value to having a linear increase in the amount of currency that is generated. So, because some amount of the currency, if a currency is too deflationary, or should say, if a currency is expected to increase in value over time, there's reluctance to spend it. Because you're like, I'll just hold it and not spend it because its scarcity is increasing with time. So if I spend it now, then I will regret spending it. So I will just,
SpaceX transferred Bitcoin on the chain for the first time in 3 years, transferring 1,308 Bitcoins from the old wallet to a new address starting with BC1Q8, which is about $152 million at the current market value. After the transfer, the company still holds 6,977 Bitcoins on the chain, worth about $818 million. As Bitcoin is currently at a historical high, the market speculates whether SpaceX intends to reduce its holdings or is preparing to further increase its digital asset layout.
In fact, SpaceX, this wave of Bitcoin transfers is most likely not to sell, but to turn over the warehouse and change the lock of the wallet. Don't panic, this is more like an operation of adjusting permissions and applying a patch. After all, SpaceX, together with Tesla, they hold more than 18,000 Bitcoins, worth more than 21 Musk bought early and held on to SpaceX. The entry price is still 3.2. The two companies used Coinbase Prime Custody, the multi-layer wallet system with a lot of auxiliary money surrounding a main wallet, is both safe and controllable. This wave of transfers looks more like routine maintenance, not a sign of running away. Having said that, Musk's family business is one of the first traditional companies to embrace the chain. Now it seems that not only will they get dividends on the account, but they may also be able to make some financial operations with Bitcoin in the future, such as mortgage loans, asset hedging, etc. They are also familiar with the game of the currency circle. In recent years, traditional companies have become more and more skilled. Those who sell oil, car loans, and pork have all gone to mine Bitcoin. Marathon Digital Holdings used to mine oil. In 2019, when it saw the popularity of the cryptocurrency circle, it immediately switched to blockchain. Now it has become the leader of the mining circle, with more than 17,000 Bitcoins in its hands. After Kangoo worked in car finance and new energy, it turned directly into the cryptocurrency circle in 2024, and its transformation speed was faster than Tesla. A rough count shows that from 2023 to 2025, at least a dozen US-listed companies will switch to become miners. Why? Some of their main businesses are not doing well, some want to take advantage of the hotspots, and some are simply telling stories in the cryptocurrency circle to increase stock prices. But don't forget that mining is not free money. Electricity prices, supervision, and halving are all thunder. Whether it is a real miner or a skin-changing blockchain to cut shareholders, the wind will naturally show the result. Among them, the most dramatic player must be BitOrigin.
BitOrigin, it started with pork, and its predecessor was China Xiangtai Food. As early as the end of 2021, it abandoned pork and raised $50 million in financing to buy 742 recently. BitOrigin announced that it has reached a financing agreement and plans to sell up to $4 billion in stocks, and won the first batch of $40.5 billion convertible bonds was purchased to support its Dogecoin strategy. 10,000 pieces Doge, average price 24 cents, total cost approximate $990,000 million. Nansen data, currently Doge the market price is about $0.26.
Most ironic outcome for currency would be that the thing that was made as a joke to make fun of cryptocurrencies, most ironic outcome would become that it becomes the global currency.
Dogecoin was just a joke back then, but it unexpectedly got the last laugh. From a reward tool to Musk's platform and Tesla's collection of coins, it has turned from a meme into the king of traffic in the cryptocurrency circle. At its peak, its market value was among the top 10, and its community was active, and its global recognition was far ahead of a bunch of copycats. Musk's statement that the most ironic ending is that it has become a global currency hit the nail on the head. BitOrigin's bet of 500 million yuan looks crazy, but it is actually betting on the traffic code of turning jokes into narratives. In the cryptocurrency circle, telling a good story is often more important than running fast in technology. However, how long can this seeking wealth in a joke model be popular? The tide rises fiercely and it never retreats softly.
The Ethereum highway has been widened again, and the gas limit has increased from 36 million to 45 million. Transfers finally don't have to be as congested as during the morning rush hour, but it's hard to say whether the handling fee will be more expensive. Latest battle report, Trump Brazil to face additional tariffs starting August 1st 50% tariff. Brazil's mining industry is furious. If there is a retaliatory tariff increase, we will lose at least $1 billion. A major update, American friends can now buy and sell cryptocurrencies directly in Telegram. No need to install plugins or log in separately. It is no longer a dream to trade cryptocurrencies while chatting. The cold winter continues. Ethereum co-founder Joseph Lubin's company Consensus announced layoffs of 49 people, about 7%. It seems that in the face of a bear market, even the royal relatives have to tighten their belts. Genius Group Operation 666 not only doubled his Bitcoin holdings to 200, but also set a goal to hoard 1,000 by 2025, with the ultimate goal being an astonishing 10,000. With this speed of hoarding, I'm afraid all Bitcoin ATMs will be emptied.
Okay, the above is the main content of today's program. Our channel focuses on valuable news in the currency circle, chain circle, and mining circle. There are news information and in-depth special reports. If you think our channel is valuable, you are welcome to forward and follow it. You can also become our member and receive the member wealth code from Monday to Friday. Let us become rich together and add a zero to our assets in the bull market. See you tomorrow.